Yes, thank you very much, Congressman Bob Pittenger, sir. To my fellow speakers, the distinguished delegates of this forum, my fellow workers in the Coast Guard and in the Philippine government, we're allies and friends, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. We are gathered here today not only to exchange ideas and engage in discourse, but to reinforce our common ideals and aspirations, and that is to advance a rules-based international order. However, we face myriad challenges to maintain this order. Certain entities and individuals earnestly attempt to meddle and undermine the ideals that we and those who came before us hold true and dear. The West Philippine Sea issue has since been seen as a critical issue that threatens rules-based international order. Even with the landmark 2016 arbitral award, which reaffirmed our sovereign rights and maritime entitlements under international law, China consistently defies what is stipulated therein, which in turn violates our maritime rights and entitlement. To the esteemed lawmakers, parliamentarians, policymakers, and security experts gathered here today, we recognize that we are all partners in addressing the pressing security, economic, and geopolitical challenges that shape our world. On behalf of the Philippine Coast Guard, allow me to share with you some of our efforts and initiatives in countering gray zone tactics in the South China Sea, particularly in the West Philippine Sea, through security and the transparency initiative that we have. In recent years, China has intensified its illegal, coercive, aggressive, and deceptive actions in the West Philippine Sea. Philippine state vessels, including those of the Philippine Coast Guard, the Philippine Navy, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, have been repeatedly targeted by aggressive actions by Chinese vessels. Our ships have been subjected to shadowing, dangerous maneuvers, water cannons, and even ramming, all deliberate attempts to intimidate and undermine our lawful presence in our own waters as we pursue maritime governance as practicing law enforcers. But perhaps more alarming is that even ordinary Filipino fishermen who rely on the sea for their livelihood continue to face harassment, intimidation, and displacement by foreign actors in our own waters. This is not only unjust, but also directly impacts the economic well-being of thousands of Filipino families. China's actions, as we see them, contravene international law and the principles of a rules-based order. Principles that ensure peace, stability, and fairness among nations, regardless of size or power. Despite these challenges, the Philippine Coast Guard, as you have seen, has remained calm, professional, yet unyielding in defending our national interest. First among our efforts is the enhancement of our maritime domain awareness capabilities. The Philippine Coast Guard ensures that continuous monitoring of our maritime domain using advanced surveillance technologies, intelligence-driven patrols, and enhanced Coast Guard presence. With the addition of modern vessels, the Philippine Coast Guard has significantly increased its patrol effort, including humanitarian missions over the past few years. Yet, as an archipelagic nation with vast maritime jurisdiction, we must be creative in utilizing our resources to ensure effective maritime governance. In addition to regular maritime and aerial patrols over key areas in the West Philippine Sea, we also make use of surveillance technologies including AIS or Automatic Identification System and Canada's Dark Vessel Detection System and other means which were made possible through the much improved budgetary allocation for the Coast Guard and through strong collaboration with our international partners. Likewise, information sharing and intelligence cooperation with key stakeholders in the security sector ensure that reports are verified and collated to create a more comprehensive and accurate operational picture. As a result of our intelligence-driven operations and our optimized capabilities, the Philippine Coast Guard is now able to proactively address the emerging threats in the West Philippine Sea. While discussing emerging threats and challenges in the Philippine maritime domain, one of the most concerning developments in recent months has been the deployment of China Coast Guard 5901, or most commonly referred to as the Monster Ship, several China Coast Guard ships near Bajo de Masinloc. This 165-meter vessel has been used in the past to intimidate other Southeast Asian nations, such as Vietnam and Indonesia, in response to lawful maritime activities. Now it is being deployed against us, the Philippines. In response, the Philippine Coast Guard has maintained its presence in the area, deploying the largest we have, the 97-meter OPVs and the 83-meter OPVs, and our 44-meter patrol ships. All that we have, along with our modest surveillance assets, to monitor and challenge the illegal presence of China Coast Guard in our EEZ. This operation underscores our unwavering commitment to defending Philippine sovereignty and ensuring the West Philippine Sea remains governed by international law, not by a unilateral action. All non-acquiescence activities are being pursued with the Philippine Coast Guard. In April last year, we were able to monitor the swarming of at least 14 to 30 maritime militia vessels around the vicinity of Escoda Shoal. Considering that there were reports on possible reclamation activities and sightings of illegal structures in the area, we dispatched our 97-meter BRP Teresa Magbanwa for a long-term deployment and maritime patrol to effectively project Philippine presence and administrative authority. Notably, several attempts by the Philippine Coast Guard vessel to provide supplies to BRP Teresa Magbanwa were met by highly aggressive actions by China Coast Guard vessels. In August, while BRP Teresa Magbanwa was conducting a small-scale maritime patrol inside Escoda Shoal, the China Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels subjected the Philippine Coast Guard vessel to various forms of harassments, including radio challenges, dangerous maneuvers, and ramming. In mid-September, BRP Teresa Magbanwa departed from Escoda Shoal, where it spent a total of 152 sea days, the longest deployment for a Philippine Coast Guard ship so far uninterrupted at Escudo Show. Now, please allow me to zero in on the main focus of our discussion today, the Philippine Coast Guard's Transparency Initiative in the West Philippine Sea. We firmly believe that transparency is a key pillar of our strategy in the West Philippine Sea. By exposing unlawful and coercive behavior, we prevent intimidation tactics from operating in the shadows. We made reputational cost higher. The Transparency Initiative aims to raise public awareness and highlight our rights in the West Philippine Sea, while also exposing Chinese unlawful actions, aggressive behaviors, and bullying tactics. Towards this objective, the Philippine Coast Guard, on guidance of the National Task Force West Philippine Sea and the National Maritime Council, regularly releases verified reports, images, and videos of incidents and encounters in the West Philippine Sea. Our close collaboration with the media, the private sector, and international partners ensures that truth reaches the globe very, very swiftly. With the support of our esteemed partners, we in the Philippine Coast Guard remain committed to effectively targeting and countering the spread of fake news and disinformation. In addition, one of our most significant efforts was the inaugural Manila Dialogue on the South China Sea. In November last year, we brought together government officials, policy experts, and academics from all over Southeast Asia and beyond to promote truth, cooperation, and maritime security. The Transparency Initiative does not only seek to raise awareness, but also holds aggressors accountable, mobilizes international support, and most significantly, it is to reinforce and support President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s assertion that we Filipinos do not yield. The Philippine Coast Guard will not yield. Lastly, we all know that security is a shared responsibility. Our efforts have been well received by our fellow Filipinos. According to a recent survey, an overwhelming 91% of Filipino adults are now aware of the West Philippine Sea issue, while 84% of Filipinos support the national government efforts to protect and assert our maritime rights. Notably, our efforts to assert our maritime rights while exposing unlawful and aggressive activities in the West Philippine Sea have also garnered international attention and support. More countries are now speaking out against coercive actions and expressing solidarity with the Philippines. This growing international support has strengthened defense cooperation, contributing to the modernization of the Philippine Coast Guard. All these initiatives are geared towards improving our maritime domain awareness, asserting our rights over our waters, and most importantly, towards carrying out our intergenerational mandate of keeping every Filipino, regardless of age and background, aware of their maritime rights and entitlements. And finally, on behalf of my fellow Coast Guardians, 34,000 plus in all, perhaps the largest now in Southeast Asia, and maybe the second in Asia next to China, I express my sincerest gratitude to the conveners for the honor to be here today and to share with you what and how the Philippine Coast Guard has been trying to fare in this new geopolitical game. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much, everyone. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you, Admiral Gavin. Extremely helpful.